Most people assume attraction is about charm, gestures, or winning someone over. They think dominance comes from confidence shown outwardly, grand declarations, impressive displays, or constant effort to keep attention. The truth is far subtler. Real influence, the kind that draws respect and genuine interest, starts inside. It begins with your ability to regulate yourself, to hold your composure, and to act with clarity even when emotions surge. Before you give up on someone you care about, it's crucial to understand that what really matters is not how much you push, but how well you maintain your inner authority. If you value thoughtful insights into psychology, attraction, and self-mastery, subscribe now so you don't miss these deeper lessons. The first mistake is believing attraction can be forced or earned through persistence. Many people interpret a lack of immediate response or interest as rejection that must be overcome with persistence, persuasion, or, increasingly elaborate efforts. The reality is, emotional connection is not a commodity. It just cannot be pressured into existence. Attraction, honestly, emerges when your internal state is coherent, confident, and emotionally self-contained. When you operate from a place of stability, you exude a calm authority that others instinctively respect. In relationships, this translates into showing up consistently, maintaining boundaries, and letting your value be expressed through your actions rather than your words. This is what Stoics would call control over what is within your power, your own conduct, instead of trying to control how someone feels or reacts. Confidence grows from clarity about what you will and will not tolerate. A cornerstone of influence is the ability to define and maintain your own boundaries. It's not about rigid rules or ego. It's about knowing what behavior you will engage with and what will compromise your dignity. In practice, this means if someone repeatedly dismisses or undervalues you, you respond with measured detachment instead of escalating effort to gain approval. In conversations or dating scenarios, this could be as simple as calmly excusing yourself from a dynamic that feels draining, rather than begging for attention or validation. People naturally gravitate toward those who are emotionally predictable, who respond with consistency rather than reactivity. The more you enforce your own standards quietly and reliably, the more your presence carries weight without force. Emotional control is more magnetic than charm. Attraction is closely tied to emotional intelligence. The person who can remain composed under stress, who listens without needing to dominate the conversation, and who reacts to emotional turbulence with steadiness becomes a natural anchor in social and romantic contexts. This does not mean suppressing feelings. It means observing them, understanding their cause, and, responding deliberately. Decisiveness communicates authority without arrogance. Indecision signals uncertainty, which undermines attraction and respect. When you make decisions confidently, whether choosing a restaurant, setting a plan, or deciding when to disengage from a draining interaction, you display an internal logic that others can trust. This does not require aggressive assertion. Quiet decisiveness is often more compelling than loud proclamations. For example, if a partner is unsure about plans or priorities, calmly offering your perspective and moving forward with clarity sets the tone of mutual respect and emotional competence. People are drawn to those who can navigate life without being ruled by fleeting impulses or external validation. Consistency over tactics builds lasting influence. Short-term strategies, flirtation techniques, scripted lines, or surface-level charm rarely sustain meaningful connections. What lasts is a reliable pattern of behavior, a consistent, composed approach that signals integrity and stability. If someone senses you are unpredictable or reactive, attraction diminishes because security is eroded. By contrast, when you maintain your composure, honor commitments, and communicate clearly, you project a natural authority that is both attractive and trustworthy. This is why Stoicism emphasizes habits and self-discipline. Mastery over your own responses is honestly more persuasive than any external maneuver. Internal mastery transforms how relationships unfold. Ultimately, the decision to continue pursuing a connection should never be about convincing someone else to value you. It should be about evaluating whether the dynamic aligns with your principles and whether you can maintain your dignity in the process. If you approach relationships from a place of self-mastery, you naturally attract those who respect your presence rather than chase superficial approval. You act from internal strength rather than external pressure, creating interactions that are both meaningful and sustainable. Before you make any choice to step back or push forward, remember, the quality of your own internal state determines the quality of your relationships. Mastering yourself, regulating your emotions, and moving through life with clarity and composure are not just philosophical ideals. They are practical strategies for influence, respect, and attraction in every context. If you found this perspective valuable, subscribe to the Inner Citadel for more content on confidence, influence, and self-mastery. Share this video with anyone who is serious about understanding the psychology of relationships and the real principles that underlie attraction, authority, and personal power.